Hi, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I'm starting out paused here, right where I left off, and I just wanted to notice, I looked around, and I'm wondering why is there so much hydrogen in my base, and there's so much hydrogen in here. It's because I never reset this back to 700 grams. I should have done that as soon as this was built, so that'll start pumping out the hydrogen, and it'll go down here, and I can start running hydrogen off here. So that's going to run. I'm going to go slow for a little bit here while I catch up. I need to get this done so I start making plastic, but more, I also need to get the iron, and I can use a lot of iron here to make my steam engine. Alright, so let's get some other stuff done, some other kind of bookkeeping stuff out of the way. Gas, I don't have any. I'm really low on metals, so let's try to recover some metal out of here. Yikes. It's such a metal. I don't like these metal poor asteroids, but I guess it's difficult for a reason. Oh. And this I see is dormant, so if I'm not researching anything crucial, what am I researching? It looks like I'm just down here researching. Oh, that's right. What are we at here? This thing is at 1 rad bolt. Okay, I'm going to shut this off. Let's turn that off. We don't need to collect any more rad bolts for a while. It's probably sitting on 100. Yeah. Okay. So this is dormant, so I can analyze that at some point. And then maybe dig some of that up. One of the main things I need to do is get a regular supply of water coming in that I can... What do we got? Bleachstone here? Let's hook that up. So that I can run it through a metal refinery in order to get some refined metals. Although maybe the iron is good for now if I get this stuff built. Let's see. I had my mechatronics guy, Mecha Hassan. Let's get him building also. And I had somebody else that was good at operating. Max, you will chef first. You'll cook first, then operate. And Hassan, for now, I want you building so you get that mechatronic stuff built. I guess you can operate also, but let's prioritize these things up here. So the goal of this is to have this machine scoop the iron out. You know, I should actually delete this insulated tile. Let a little bit fall and dump it into here. Let's make sure this is set. I don't want any iron in there yet. I want the iron to drop into the water so it can cool off in the water. Maybe I'll get lucky and even boil it. So if this gets built, it'll scoop the iron, throw it in here, and dump it on the ground. I might see if I can dig out a couple irons as well. Got oxygen 400 degrees up there. Do I risk it? Do I risk digging out a little more? And then rebuilding it? It might get hot up here. It is just oxygen. It's not going to get that hot that fast. Okay, this we want to take refined metal. I don't have access to iron yet. So I want to dump the iron. You know what? I'm just going to say all refined metal. I'm wondering why it doesn't see the iron yet. I should have access to it. Alright, did I get more? Get more nickel here. Okay. Is it seeing the iron? Yes, it's seeing the iron and it's dumping it. Yes, dump that iron out. Now the question is, do I get greedy and dig a little bit of this? This is going to heat up. It'll let oxygen in there and that'll heat up. You know what? I don't think it's worth the risk. I'm just going to deconstruct that. And build another one over here. Okay, so what's going on here? We have iron in here. Oh, I saw it, iron. I can't see the temperature. Iron. Temperature is dropping fast. Okay, that's fine. 1200. That's still a little hot. If I wanted to drop it faster, I could make it into a tile. Is it worth it for a little bit of speed? No, I'll let time run its course. Let's climb up here and I can dig that other one out. Meanwhile, hopefully I have enough of these so I can put some reservoirs in here just to scoop up any excess. I want to make sure I take advantage of this while I have it. So I'm going to run it down and across there, and then I'll run across back this way and out there. So that way I can have a little backlog just in case when this thing finally does stop producing. I will have a little bit stored up. Alright, there we go. Get this, scoop it out. Come on, more iron. Scoop it out. Why is it getting... Oh, it's because it just found some nickel. Alright, there we go. Alright, I can live with that. Let's deconstruct that now. What is it trying to pick up? Was it catching it in midair? It's trying to catch it in midair. Wow. I didn't know it could do that. Yeah, it's like catching it midair and refilling it. That's uncanny. Alright. Stop it. You know, I could have cut off the power to it. That would also do the trick. No, I'll leave this just in case I have more metal that needs to go dropped into the water. So how are we doing? Gold. I got a lot of gold. Alright, we've got stuff to build in here. Do I want to scoop this polluted water out? I think I do want to get down in here. Alright, and this... Let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's build out of granite while we're at it. We can be fancy. You guys, let's relocate you, put you back in the bin up here. No need for you guys to be walking around. Alright, let's increase the speed a little bit. Okay. So I should start with the fabricator. Once I get that pipe done, I will pump the stuff into here and turn it into plastic, I hope. Let's get the skill to just... Lyra... Oh, you're brand new. Let's have you do a little bit of supplying. Auto, let's get super hard digging. Okay. And this area up here, I wanted to dump some more of this stuff down. There's another Lura plant. But I don't want it to overflow. Let's maybe dig out a little bit more. And then work my way over. You know what? Let's just go straight across like that. There we go. And maybe I'll also look up for this Lyra plant up here. Something like that. It'd be nice to have access to some of this gold ore. How are we doing? What's going on? This should be when it's above 700. So why is it not pumping? Pipe blocked. Oh, the pipe is not finished here. Okay, this should be going to here. And I no longer need this stuff. Yeah, I totally dropped the ball on that. Well, it was kind of a mad dash early on in that episode. Alright, so there we're going to start pumping. That'll alleviate some of the pressure on these guys to not run so much. These guys should be running, and they'll just run whenever there's excess hydrogen gas. Yeah, I had a lot of hydrogen gas going through these pipes. That's too bad. Well, it'll collect up at the top, and maybe someday I will do something with it. What's going on here is these are heating up. I do not like that. Okay. Let's boost the insulation here. Is this water? Do I let the water spill down? No, I don't want... You know, maybe I could build up a little bit. Whoops. And then dig this out. That buys me a little bit of time. That way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 32. Let's take this out. You know, I can set this guy free. He'll probably drown. But maybe it's time to do that. He's satisfied. He's not that unhappy right there as it is. If I set him free, I'm going to have to relocate him quickly before he drowns. Maybe I'll wait on that. Alright, how are we doing? Lots of stuff to build. Okay, let's crank it up. I've got time. Food is holding at 70,000 calories. Maybe I could use more mimolets. Because these guys are going to start swallowing the mimolets. And I see there's a whole bunch of plants here that need to be pollinated without getting eaten. Research is all finished up. Is there any other advanced research that's kind of important to me right now? I will want this stuff, the solid controls, but I'll also want the temperature gauges. I could take that for now. Maybe I'll take this liquid tuning for now. Alright. Food, that's a priority. Let's give it a priority 5. But let's make these a priority 6. To make sure that we plant some mimolets. If we get the... Oh, they're at 8 already. I just want to make sure those things get planted. I see we have some more iron that I can get, or nickel, that I can get out of there. What are we doing for stress? A little bit of stress. A lot of people stress it in the 40s. Probably because I'm making them run underwater and do a lot of other similar garbage. And get wet feet and stuff. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Could I use this area? I'm trying to think about where I'm going to do my iron manufacturing. I guess I don't need to do that anytime soon. Alright, something like this could perhaps do the trick. Whoops. I'll insulate it and then I can run a pipe out through that insulation. Again, let's make this a lower priority. This stuff I would like to have done first. Alright, let's see our plumbing. Our ventilation. Okay. I'm gonna cap this off. So first we're just gonna flow it all out here. Put it in storage. Develop a little backlog of natural gas. Food is still dropping. That is not good. Looks like they've started the research on that. Right, yep, pure oxygen, no more hydrogen filling up these things. Let's see the big picture. What are we doing? Pretty good. Oxygen's looking pretty good. Let's see the ventilation. Okay, so this, I'm going to get rid of that, so that stops dumping carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide's going to go all the way to the bottom. Right out here next to this thing. How's our iron doing? I can't see where the iron is. Okay. Let's just start. Let's sweep up that. Gold, 36. Let's sweep that up. Peat, sweep it up. Dirt, 7 tons. Sure, sweep it up. Shale, sweep it up. Nickel, not too much, but sweep it up anyway. I just want to find the iron. Nickel, iron. Still 800 degrees, but still dropping fast. Okay. That's fine. That'll keep on cooling down. And when it cools down enough, I will turn it into a heat pump here. Steam engine. A rocketry, a decorator, don't need any of these things. Alright, reject them all. What else is on the agenda? Yeah, this water's coming out. I could start gathering up. At some point I'll gather up the excess hydrogen gas and burn it off. Don't need to for now. Looks like I got a mutant seed already. Have mimicas getting to work. Nice. How are we doing up here? No progress up here at all. That's fine. Unrefrigerated food. That's going to be a future issue to deal with unrefrigerated food. Emulsifier? I don't think I need that yet. So I do like this little, there's a little refrigeration technique that I use for my kitchens. I might already have the technology for it. Where are we at? Alright, let's get... So if I were to do that... Oh, we got some more food. There we go. If I were to make like a refrigeration unit up here... Got some water I need to divert. Okay, let's see if I can spill the water down into... If I spill the water down into this vat, that should be fine for now. Someday I've got to get a handle on all these waters that are laying all over the place. Figure out what to do with it. I've got a total surplus of water on this map. You know, I could grow more of these overgrow vines. They use up a lot of water, and I certainly have water in excess. You know, I'm not doing much up here. Maybe I make this like an overgrow vine central station up here. Is there any harm in that? Let me think about it. They've got lots of other stuff they're digging at right now. Okay. Gotta clean up some excess ventilation pipes. Okay, this is good. The carbon dioxide is all flowing down. Maybe I can sweep up the bedroom areas. Oh, you know what? Let's get this furniture. Let me get the party line. Let's get that out of gold. We'll make a party line phone over here. And let's get a refrigerator. Make that out of granite. Put a refrigerator over here. And if I make a refrigerator, I want to be able to automatically dump food into here for the kitchen. I mean for the dining hall. For the Great Hall. Okay, so let's just go up here. Dig this out. I'm going to make a refrigeration unit up here. And the refrigeration unit will collect food and store food and distribute food. That's the whole trick of the... Oh, darn it. I see I missed a spot here. Does this do any harm? No, it just falls down. It just makes a little mess for now. Alright, let's sweep this up. This is giving soggy feet every time people run through it. Is that a worthwhile thing? No, it's probably not. How are we doing for heat? These are getting hot. These tiles are heating up. That's too bad. I was hoping they'd do a better job of insulating. Then again, it is 400 degrees in there. Yikes. Alright, let's check the plumbing. Just for the short term, let's send a little more water in there to cool it down just a tad bit. Why isn't it automatically flowing? It's going the wrong direction. There we go. Do that. Okay. Okay, that might have cooled it down a little bit. I'm going to get some plumbing out of insulated. Let's make that insulated and make that insulated. Because I'm going to start putting 100-degree water through here. And meanwhile, any oddball water that's polluted water or salt water is going to be diverted over to this system. How are we doing for iron? Oops. Iron. Still 620 degrees. That's a little bit on the hot side yet. It is 5 tons. Amber 0. Does that mean I've made plastic? Yes, I do have 210 plastic. That is enough plastic for a that's enough plastic to make a steam engine. And I think I've decided I will put in the automation for a hydro sensor here, so that this thing is only running when there is a little bit of water to deal with. I don't want it just kind of running willy-nilly. This polluted water, do I just dump it out and let it fall down here? Free up a little space here to work with. Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, what is that? Let's get some more research done. There is a way, there's some sort of pipe emptier. It's a new thing I've seen in one of the recent updates. Where is it? It's like part of plumbing. Plumbing, and it lets you empty the pipes into things. Here it is, this bottle drainer. Let's get the bottle drainer. That way I can take these bottles of polluted water and just drain them directly into this system here. So that it just goes directly into there. Iron down to 590 degrees. How long is that going to take? It seems like it's taking a long time. You know what? That's fine. Let it take some time. They've got stuff to do. Okay, I've dug this down. Let's take these out. Let's get a pump in here, and this will be pumping water out in order to get a metal refinery when I need a metal refinery. Meanwhile, how are we doing here? Oh yeah, that's right. I've almost got this dug out. Let's get this plant. And I got a plant over here to grab. Maybe I'll dig this out. That'll flow in here. And then these sea cumbers. I need to make a little spot for sea cumber processing. Wipe that up. Alright, so I need a sea cumber growing area. That'll be mostly automated. I won't need to deal with it much at all, so I can kind of put that off to the side. Where do I want to put that? Where am I not going to be working all that much? Up here or somewhere? I'm not really sure. Oh, look at this. Got this volcano. Something's going to happen here eventually with that volcano. Maybe I should put like a sea cumber. I'm not exactly sure. All right, well, maybe I'll take advantage of this water that we already have and do something with this water. So if I were to make a sea cumber thing, let's figure it's going to be automated. So I'm going to want to have some shipping in AutoSweeper. I'm going to need plants, maybe space to run on top of the plants. Let me just think about this. Maybe I'll put it back here. So a block of like 9 plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll have a little ladder coming down. One, two, three. I need room for that stuff. I'm probably going to have a bunch of steam engines above this someday. They're going to be at least 3 or 4 type. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then a floor at the best. Is that okay? 1, 2, 3, and then a floor. Sure, let's go for it. Okay. So if I were to get a floor, I'm going to need a digger, an automation thing. And room for 9 of these across. Wall. Ladder. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Something like that. This will be my sea cumber factory. Like that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. More printables. This is so sad. There's no like wonderful little farmer operator. I'm gonna reject all. Maybe if I got like a super operator. Oh, what's going on here? This should be dig only. I don't want people running up and down just throwing gold in there for the hell of it. Just let it fall down. Okay, gold is still being swept. Iron down to 475 degrees. Getting close, almost usable. Okay, so I'll dump the water. We'll fill up this little spot with water and put a whole bunch of those seeds in it. Need a ladder to come down. Something like that. Oh, we got singing here. Builder Higby. He's got some sort of... I gotta check what his overjoyed response. A yodeler. So he is yodeling. Alright, yeah, run around, yodel away. And then we can dig this out and let the water pour down into here. How are we doing up here? So I've got sea cumbers here. That'll be nice. Okay, let's dig that out. I don't know if I can get up there to dig that. Doesn't look like it. But let's also go crazy. Let's go all the way up here. 1, 2... Get some gold while I'm at it. Let's dig my way up here and dig these things up. 1, 2, 3. Should I grab some of these? I don't see any reason not to. Let's see if I can dig these out. Alright, they can run down, they'll dig them off, and then they'll fall, and then they'll scoop them up and bring them back. Okay, let's dig that out. A little bit of a mess. Okay, let's dig that up. I just don't want it to overflow here. I guess this lip will help. If it starts to get close to overflowing, this lip will catch it. At some point, I will need somebody to dig up the fossil fragments. Do I still have that machine, the rock crusher? I think I deleted the rock crusher, but I'll start grinding fossil down into lime at some point. What are we doing here? We've got 540. Not so good if I turn on that machine, though. Oh, the research is already done. These guys do fly through the research. Alright, maybe I'll start... Let's get some of this stuff done. Not that there's no urgency for any of that. You know, at some point I'll turn this back on, the switch, and get more materials study done. You know, if I'm not doing materials study, I'm just going to dig these up because I don't want them freezing the place and giving people radiation sickness. Food is dropping yet. Let's put another mimlet in here. And another... one of those. If I get desperate, I can always turn on the farm station. It looks like this got to be too big of a building, though. 98, maximum size 96, so I made it slightly too big. So just in case... I can go like this. I guess it makes it harder for those mimlets to fly around. Yeah, it makes it harder for the mimlets to fly around, but this makes better use of the space. How are we doing here? Okay, this looks just about perfect. Let me see if I can put sea cumbers in there. Okay, plant. Copy the sea cumbers. So I'm going to need polluted dirt in there. And I'm going to need an auto sweeper to sweep up. That'll feed those guys polluted dirt, and it'll pick up any sea cum leaves is what I'll do. Where's my shipping? Okay, let's get our conveyor loader. That way people don't have to run down here very much. Let's make it out of gold. You know, there's no rush on this. And I'm going to dump... Wow, where'd all this water come from? Okay, this conveyor loader will be for polluted dirt. Any polluted dirt, I'm just going to dump and it's going to go into here. This will divert the polluted dirt, send it to all the plants, and then I'll scoop out when their leaves are ready to be harvested. It'll scoop them out, put them in the loader, and I'll ship the loader back to who knows where. You know, maybe I'll do the process it right above here. Maybe this can be a good processing place. I think I can tile this off. Maybe a little excess water is going to overflow. It'll fall down. That's fine. I'll push out a little excess water for now. What do we need? Refinement, plant pulverizer. Yeah, so I will pick up seacum leaves. And I will send them... Is this right? Oh, yep. I will send the seacum leaves over here and dump it on the floor here. So this way people will not need to go in there after they get this initial thing set up, except for power. And even these things won't be running all that often, but I can feed this into the... Oops, I'll feed this into this power strip here. Okay, something like that. How are we doing? Seacum leaves. Yep, dig those up. Dig those up. Oh, the plants, these little... Come on, you guys. You should be able to work your way down. Let's relocate him into the water. Oh, this guy's stuck. He needs to get dropped down. Okay, so he'll drop down and he'll make his way into here. Boy, do these things eat... If they drop meat, I don't want to lose the meat that they drop. I mean, they will eat the meat, that's the problem. So I want to be able to scoop the meat out from these guys. You know, that'll be a long-term thing to make a big pit for them to hang out in. That's not for today's session, that's for a future session. Alright, research. I'm just going to work my way down. Okay, this is dormant. Uh-oh, that means I'm going to run out of power pretty soon. That is not good. So when that runs out of water, I'm going to need a secondary source of power, which maybe will be peat burners. Maybe I put peat burners down here? Got all this salt water. Maybe I put peat burners over here? No, it'd be nice. If this pressure goes down a little bit, these will start producing. They'll drop their little dew drips. Right, where am I putting peat burners? Maybe I can put the peat burners in the back here. Let's think about that. Something like this. The peat burners will drip their polluted water into there. Okay, something like... You know what? Okay, I'm going to dig this down here. This is where I will gather up the polluted water that I get from them. From the peat burners. Joint plate. joint plate. Oh, I'm running low on metals. Okay, if I put that there, do I have more of this stuff to dig up? Yes, I do, but not too much of it. It's getting low. Alright, these guys are probably biting people, so I'm gonna exterminate. Yep, let's exterminate. Exterminate. You're biting plenty of people. Food is decayed. Yep, that's too bad. Alright, let's go to work on a kitchen. The kitchen might be a later episode. For now, I guess I just want to get the steam engine done, and then I'll be happy with that. Okay, let's stop. Okay, that's good to stop putting stuff there. Okay. Shale, gold, nickel, iron. Down to 280 degrees. Is that cool enough to work with? Not yet. We're getting really close. We're getting close. This thing is still idle. I've got more iron now. Alright, peat burners. Alright, 1, 2 peat burners. Is that going to be enough? It's kind of iffy. I think I need 3. Let's get 3 peat burners. For now. Oh, I'm out of wire. Well, I'm going to start switching over to gold. I'm going to run out of metal pretty darn quick. You know, it might be worth making heavy watt wire. I might have an excess of refined metals. That'll happen someday. It'll be the switching over of heavy watt conductive wire that preserves some of my, returns some of my metals. Okay. Let's go to automation wire here. Whoops. I'll maybe want to get a little storage for peat over here. Maybe a storage for peat, and then a sweeper that can automatically fill these bins with peat as they need it. Something like that. Something like that. This thing is still bursting up. How are we doing for iron? 250 degrees. Oh. And no seacums are planted yet. Well, I suppose I have given them a lot to do. Another, like a dedicated farmer rancher might be nice. If I find a super farmer, I might take a second farmer. Food? Oh, food is dropping. This is getting not great. We're getting into the danger zone here. Pressure is not good. What's going on with the pressure? Hydrogen gas. Oh, atmosphere. It doesn't like the atmosphere. Okay, let's vent it out. Maybe that'll help, because if these things, maybe these things are not growing because they've got the wrong gas up in there. People are still getting stung. Let's get you out of there. That's right, the water. I made the polluted water thing. Plumbing. This is a new thing I'm not that used to. Draining. Polluted water drainer. Let's go test it out, iron. Does it have to go... It can only go standing up. Does it have to be on a solid floor? I don't know. Well, we'll put it there. We'll put a mesh tile under it. And that will go here, so that if I have polluted water, I'll just dump it, it'll go in here, it'll get refined, work its way out. That'll be kind of like a cleanup job. This polluted water, I think I might just dump it on the ground, let it flow out. Like that. I'll just let it flow, it'll run down, make a mess, land on the ground here. This thing will eventually sort of scoop it up. Alright, unrefrigerated food. Is it time to deal with the refrigeration? You know what, I'm going to do the refrigeration next time. This is getting too long of an episode. I think I've gone on far enough. Oh, iron! 225 degrees. How hot is too hot? Alright, I've lost my patience. Temp shift plates made of iron. Where's a nice cool spot that I can put a temp shift plate? Alright, this should do things. Is that too far away? Is this cool? Some of them are... Yeah, that's fairly cool. Okay, iron temp shift plate. Let's just put them over here. Food 55. Okay, so this is growing again. So that was the problem. I just had too much hydrogen, causing those things not to grow. Get some more veggie fritters going. Alright, I gotta end the session, but before I do, I just want to get the iron. See how we're doing for skills. Okay, Builder Lyra, you got better supplying. Let's really crank up your supplying. Max, let's have you do a little more operating. Hassan, you're kind of good as is. Nails, and you're good as is. Maybe you can do a little extra supplying too. Alright, I'm going to dig this out. Let this all, it'll flow down. Once that's flowed down, I'll kind of clean it up. Where are we at for plastic? 210 yet. Okay, these guys need to slowly but surely... Oh, who made a mess? What's going on? Oh, he's trapped. Great, now we got food poisoning germs all over the place here. Alright, sorry, Otto. Alright, Jabbo, work your way over. Do your magic. Let's see, is this set so I can, like, cook up the Jabbo meat? Smoked fish. I have not discovered any Jabbo meats. Maybe if some of these guys are old? Jabbo. 42 years old. 64 years old. 8 years old. He's a young one. 86. He's old. 30. I'm going to take this 86-year-old and see what happens if I relocate him down to another pool. Oh, is that all? nits. Yuck. Okay, can I kill those guys? Yes. Kill the nits. Relocate the jawbone. So the jawbone will come down here, and then I will kill him. The worry is if they die on their own of natural causes, they will cannibalize him. These other jawbones will cannibalize him. The corpse. And that would just be a waste of resources. Alright, these fish. Yeah, I could sort of use another person with rancher skills. Boy, there's a lot of these mimicas got down here. Yeah, it's looking more and more like a second farmer would be useful because I'm running out of farmer jobs here. I mean, I've got more farmer jobs than I have people to deal with them. All right, this is going to be set up for sweep only polluted dirt. Polluted dirt. There we go. And this will be set up for... Boy, I'm running out of metal again. Metal is so hard to come by. This will take these seacum leaves and make them into phyto oil. Alright, it looks like this stuff is done, so I can deconstruct these. I'm going to deconstruct that. What's going on here? I see some automation. That's where I used to have the... Let's deconstruct this. Mop it up. Mop it up. And this is where we will put, whenever you feel like it, dump the polluted water in there, just at your leisure. Not even sweep only, just anything you find laying around, scoop it up, throw it in there. We're out of power. What's going on with the power? Why is there no power over here? Did it get cut off? Yes, it looks like I deleted it accidentally. Let's repair that. Oops. Fixed. I still have some... Oh, okay, we've done that. At some point, I'm going to have to get some of these other... I need to collect these data banks. No, I'm not ready for it yet, but let's get the other station. Do I have the other station? No, there's another big station for analyzing data banks. Where's that data bank research? Data banks. Oh, here it is. Let's get this. There's the virtual planetarium. Okay, this pump, you're only working when it's above 100 kilograms. That way you're not just running constantly. Polymer press, we're up to 270 kilograms. What are we doing for iron? Nickel ore, let's sweep it. Loaded dirt, shale, sweep it. Iron. Down under 100 degrees. Okay, that is good. Good enough for me. This will be the cap of the session today. Let's get our steam engine made of iron. I could have made it out of gold ages ago. What a waste. Do I do that? Let's make it out of gold. All that work, cooling down the iron for nothing. And I want to put that in. Why is it not letting me put this in here? Liquid ports cannot overlap. Okay. Plummet. It does not like this. It's too high up. Let's deconstruct that. Sea cumbers, okay, they're getting to work. So polluted dirt is always going to get dumped in here. So no more polluted dirt up here. And this thing will take everything but polluted dirt. I'm going to pause for a moment. All of it, not even going to sweep, except for polluted dirt. So polluted dirt is going to stay in there. Everything else is going to get swept and dumped out. Polluted dirt's going to come in here and be available to fertilize those plants. In which case, if that is fully self-sufficient, which it is for now, I'm just going to tile it off so we don't have people walking down in there. But later on I might want to throw a fish or two in there, that way they can eat the plants and they'll poop polluted dirt, and then it'll kind of make a self-fulfilling cycle in there, and then occasionally I will get some fish meat out of it and the occasional sea cum leaves. Oh, no! I don't want to close that off because these plants still need to be planted. So if I get a super great farmer, I will take them. Maybe if I get a super great operator, I will take them. Let's get our virtual planetarium. Throw it in there. How are we doing? Power. Oh. Now, steam turbine. Made of gold. Drop that in there. And I'm gonna send a little pipe down. And then a bridge. And then that'll start generating power. And I guess it's going to be on this circuit, which excess power can go into the smart battery, so that means this will just draw less power. So for a while that's going to be kind of excess power going to waste, but how much is on the circuit? Barely, potential load 1205, but really not much is running ever on this circuit, because this is all stuff that barely ever runs. Maybe I extend the circuit to include some of this stuff. Something like this. Let's cut this off and run it here. That way this gets used a little bit more. And let's get one other thing. It's going to generate a ton of heat. So there should be this conduction panel to distribute heat. Okay, so when water comes out, I'm just gonna send it over and then back just to keep this thing a little cooler. It's running at maximum heat probably. Yeah, it's ideally this is like in the 125 to 200 degree range. This is gonna generate excess heat. Yeah, look at how fast it's heating up. And this should help keep it a little bit cooler. Not much, but maybe just enough. Although this is dropping fast, 370, 360. Yeah, this might, it might equalize pretty soon. Alright, how are we doing here? Let's take this. This is going to be for peat. Is it peat organic, or is that a usable, consumable ore peat? Yes, okay. It's going to take peat. It'll fill it out among these generators. These things are going to kick it in whenever it gets down to 20. I need these to kick in because eventually I'm going to run out of natural gas. All right, I think I can call the session for the day. So I did get a steam turbine working. I did not make a thing for making a metal refinery, but we've got plastics coming out of the polymer press, and we have a little harvesting place for these seacomb leaves. Why is this conveyor blocked? What is going on with this conveyor belt? Oh, something got deleted. I accidentally deleted the thing. Conveyor rail, let's get it out of nickel and just finish that off. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so that'll empty this out. Need 3 more seacomb leaves. I could take those. Do I enable the harvest? I don't even know if I can get over there. You know, if farmer runs over there, farmer might be able to cause it to generate an extra seed by harvesting them. These pacus, you know what? If I dry it, they might work on their own, drop their way through. They'll have nowhere else to go but here. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.